The next time you see that 5-star gadget online or a MacBook Pro listed for $299, ask yourself, is it a deal or a trap? In 2024 alone, over $16 billion vanished through online shopping scams, with more than 40% of product reviews completely faked and bargain prices costing unsuspecting buyers an average of $234 each. Behind these eye-popping discounts and glowing praise are review farms, stolen photos, and hidden fees that can turn a $20 buy into a $67 regret. This isn't the innocent world of online shopping you thought you knew. Welcome to 10 online shopping traps to avoid at all costs. Worth it. And what happens next is costing Americans more than they realize. 40%. That's how many online reviews are pure fiction. Written not by happy customers, but by paid workers tapping out praise for a few dollars a pop. Review farms, some as big as small call centers, churn out hundreds of glowing posts a day. The routine is almost industrial. Copy, paste, repeat. One 2024 expose traced a single network in Bangladesh to over 200 fake accounts, all pushing the same Bluetooth headphones, the same skin serums, the same miracle gadgets. The language is always upbeat. Perfect, fast shipping, exactly as described, sometimes posted in clusters, minutes apart, all from accounts that never bought a thing. If you're scrolling and see a product with a wall of 5-star reviews, check the dates. Dozens posted on the same day, generic praise, no detail, no verified purchase badge. That's the digital equivalent of a neon warning sign. Platforms try to purge these review clusters, but the damage is done fast. Sales spike, returns pile up, and trust quietly erodes. Items flagged for review fraud end up with a 60% higher return rate. Buyers expect magic, get mediocrity, and send it right back. But fake praise is only half the trap. Next comes the bait, deals that look too good to ignore. A $299 MacBook Pro, an $89 iPhone 15 Pro, both using product photos lifted straight from the official Apple site. The real price tag, an average loss of $234 when the package turns out to be a plastic toy, or never arrives at all. If the price is 90% below retail, it's not a deal, it's a disappearing act. And for a college student on a tight budget, that lesson stings twice. Once in the bank account, and again in lost faith. The red flags are right there, hiding in plain sight, but they're easy to miss when the promise of a bargain is just one click away. 70% off. That's the siren call splashed across thousands of product pages every day for years. But here's what the price trackers say. Those Bluetooth headphones marked down from $299 to $89, they haven't sold above $89 in 30 months. The original price is a ghost, conjured only to make you feel like you're beating the system. It's not a sale, it's a script, and you're the mark. Camel, 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 and other trackers lay it out in brutal detail. Permanent discounts, endless flash sales, and countdown timers that reset every midnight, all engineered to trigger a rush of impulse buys. But the sticker shock doesn't end there. Add to cart, start checkout, and the real game begins. A $20 gadget quietly morphs into a $67 splurge as processing, handling, and insurance fees pile up in the final clicks. These aren't typos, they're a business model. The Better Business Bureau fields thousands of complaints about surprise surcharges, with some sellers hiking prices by 200% or more at the last second. It's not just about the extra cash. Behavioral economists call it the sunk cost trap. Once you've spent time and energy picking out a deal, most people grit their teeth and pay up, rather than bail out and start over. Sellers know this. They count on it. Red flags? Crossed out prices that seem cartoonishly high, vague fee disclosures in tiny print, or totals that jump right before you pay. The only defense? check the full price, including every fee, before you even think about clicking Buy Now. Because the real cost of a fake deal isn't just what you pay, it's what you lose by believing the discount ever existed. The Patel family's house was quiet when the fire started. At 10:43 p.m., Sanjay plugged in an $8 iPhone charger, bought online from a third-party seller. 24 minutes later, a sharp crack from the living room, then smoke. By 11:09, the 911 call was logged. The fire marshal's report traced the source: a counterfeit charger, missing the UL safety mark, wired with thin insulation and no fuse. Their insurance company denied the claim. The fine print was clear. Coverage didn't extend to uncertified electronics. Only after news coverage and public pressure did the company reverse course. But the house was gone. "We bought it to save $20. It cost us our house," Sanjay said. Counterfeit electronics aren't rare. In 2024 alone, 47 house fires and 23 electrocution injuries were linked to fake chargers and power banks. Most use stolen product images, sometimes even copying serial numbers, but skip the most basic safety steps. Inside, real chargers have heavy transformers, fuses, and fire-resistant casing. Counterfeits feel lighter, hollow. They skip the safety circuits that shut down power when something goes wrong. Even if the product works, the danger isn't over. Insurance claims for fire or injury are routinely denied if uncertified devices are involved. And when buyers try to return these items, the next trap springs: free returns that quietly become 50% restocking fees or months-long delays with only store credit offered. BBB complaints show hundreds of nearly identical stories. Refund requests met with silence, fine print, or a 6-month wait. For many, the money is gone for good and the lesson comes late. Safety marks like UL or CE aren't just stickers. They're the only real line between a working gadget and a disaster. A third of online orders from overseas dropshippers never make it to the doorstep. The tracking page promises progress. Guangzhou warehouse, export scan, in transit, but the package just drifts. Sometimes it's marked as delivered to the wrong state. Sometimes the seller's storefront vanishes before you can even file a complaint. For the unlucky 30%, there's no refund, no recourse, just a digital shrug and a $40 lesson in trust. Gen Z takes the brunt. Under 35, you're 3 times more likely than your parents to get burned. 86% of social media shopping scam victims are in that age group. The average loss is $167, almost never recovered. TikTok shop scam searches have jumped 354% in 2 years, a growth rate that would make any honest business jealous. But these pop-up sellers aren't in it for the long run. Their accounts blink out within 48 hours, payment handled through apps with zero buyer protection. Try asking for help and you'll find the email bounces back, the phone number disconnects, and the chat window is just a bot on loop. Behind the scenes, platforms rake in their cut, listing fees, commissions, ad revenue, before the scammer disappears. Internal reports and leaked analyst reviews show that fee revenue from short-lived seller accounts isn't a rounding error, it's a business line. The result? A marketplace where profit comes from churn, not trust, and where the only guarantee is that the next scam is already being tested. For buyers, especially the young and optimistic, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. Official brand storefronts cut through the noise. When you buy directly from a brand's own listing, look for the "sold by brand name" tag. You're stepping into a safer lane. Complaint rates drop by 90% compared to third-party sellers. Returns 60% lower on average. Authenticity is nearly guaranteed. 99.2% of products from official storefronts pass brand and platform checks. There's backup too. Real warranties, not just promises, and customer service that actually responds. usually within 24 to 48 hours. No vanishing acts, no endless loops of email silence. For anyone tired of gambles and guesswork, this is the closest thing to a sure bet in online shopping. The difference is clear, and the numbers back it up. Verified reviews aren't just a badge, they're a built-in filter. Sellers with mostly verified purchase reviews see return rates drop by 60% compared to the Wild West of unverified listings. The trick is to ignore the 5-star parade and zero in on the 2- and 3-star feedback. That's where real customers vent about quirks, sizing, or what broke after week 2. If the reviews mention both pros and cons, and the reviewer history checks out, odds are you're looking at the real deal. For every shopping session, run the basic triad. Scan for verified badges, read the middle star reviews, and check that the seller's been around longer than the last TikTok trend. Less than 15% of scam victims ever get their money back. A 30-second check is the best insurance you'll never need. In 2024, over 40% of online product reviews were found to be fabricated, and $16.6 billion was lost to online shopping scams in the US alone. This investigation has traced how fake review farms, counterfeit electronics, and disappearing sellers have turned e-commerce into a high-risk landscape. Evidence shows that 47 house fires and 23 electrocution injuries were linked to counterfeit electronics this year, while Better Business Bureau complaints confirm the spread of hidden fees and impossible return policies. Yet, the true scale of review manipulation and the identities behind the largest scam networks remain undisclosed in public records. Today's facts reveal that official brand storefronts and verified review sellers offer 90% fewer complaints and 99.2% authenticity, but loopholes persist across social media and dropshipping platforms. As the digital marketplace continues to evolve, one constant remains: documented vigilance is the most reliable safeguard. The evidence is clear. Online shopping safety depends on informed choices, not luck.